Holy landlubbers, it's me, your Captain Vasco speaking. Welcome to another stream of Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. Given the rate at which we're progressing through the game's measurements of completion, I, like, I think there's a good chance that we finish it tonight, mostly because, like, within probably less than 5 minutes of turning off the stream yesterday, I figured out what I probably should have gotten from like really specifically what we were working on for like much of the latter half of the stream. Like there was like something obvious to be doing, and it's when I was thinking about it in hindsight, I was like, man, like I know that like when you know the answer to a puzzle, you're thinking to yourself like no, like no, like no. But like in particular, I thought like Demolition was like, how is he like saying these things and not like figuring out what he should be doing? Like how is that possible? Speaking of which, the calendar you wanted was cheaper on eBay after Christmas. So you're gonna get the 2024 Pokemon calendar. That's exciting. Do you know what Pokemon are featured in it? Is it like 12 different types or something? Anyway, I sort of teased on the Discord that I see no reason not to go into the game. Not much has happened since yesterday. I tried to go to the bank and it was closed for like the second time this week during business hours, and I think there might be an additional problem. And that's about the size of it. After that, I like went and got lunch. That was my day. That's not true. I did start watching season 4 of Overlord. I would say that so far, it's probably the weakest one, largely just because I'm not in love with the direction it was already angling towards at the end of season 3. But I did get to a pretty fantastic sequence of events at a Coliseum. That gives me hope that like we're going back to the thing I like. Also, there's like this shadowy like nation state who is like posed as sort of the biggest threat to the protagonist, and they're like finally like doing stuff instead of just like occasionally showing up to be like we also exist. So like that at least promises success. I think it's like based on a manga that's been running like a lot longer than the anime has been produced, but like I don't know, I've enjoyed it so far. I don't hate it, it's just like it's getting more political, and like despite the fact that like the political elements of it, and I don't mean political as in it's woke, I mean like making up politics for like a fictional fantasy world, despite the fact that that's always been like part of it, the stuff that is most entertaining is like is any sort of confrontation instead of people just sort of being let's not have any sort of confrontation. Calendar has Big Espeon, Sprigatito, Ralts, and other Paldea starters. That's like a pretty good. That's like a pretty good crew. I feel like those appeal to your interests. Gonna start Severance and Doom Prophecy. I've seen a little bit of Doom Prophecy. Make sure that, like, all I'll say about Doom Prophecy from what little I've seen is, like, when you go to start Doom Prophecy, make sure you're paying attention. That's not a background show for, like, at least, like, 2, maybe 3 episodes. Like, that, you need to be paying attention. They're not doing you any favors of, like, making sure that you know what's going on. You need to be responsible for that. It's not, like, some huge failing of it. It's just, like, they're not going to help you out. They expect you to do it, so you have to do it. They introduce like 4 trillion characters, and some of them like to whisper, and like it's just there's like a lot. It's a challenge. It can be challenging. Severance is really good. I think Severance is overhyped, but I think that like most things that people talk about in great detail are like overhyped, and I think that Severance is overhyped by the least amount of mostly anything I've seen hyped to that degree. It's very good. I still don't really know what to make of the first episode of season 2 like a day later. All right, with all that addressed, that's all the life there is in 24 hours. I'm not interesting. I should turn on the really loud music again. Yeah, hi. Welcome back, really loud music. Thanks. Okay, let's get into the game, because then the really loud music stops. It's my favorite. Okay. Nope. Can't be standing near the computer to do this. I need to... Personal history. Okay, so you have to find the first entry for 117. Okay. So we started off in the quiz club where we answered some questions. We're doing the recap, by the way. So we started in the quiz club where we answered some questions. It didn't do anything for us. We still don't have the 1953 key. It's very annoying. We found the well below the backyard, which I feel like is not a great descriptor for how we got there. Basically, we started wandering around the house, going up to like all of the doors that were locked and then making educated guesses about how to unlock them. They were like weird number of Roman numeral digit locks, and I was like, one of them's like super short. And one of our like recurring important years is 2014, which is like not that many characters in Roman numerals. And then we just started unlocking various doors. Part of that led us to the GHIJKL toy block, which we've been missing for many weeks. We opened a grandfather clock, and in the room behind it, I think was one of the horse statues. We found all the horse statues. They were locked behind various doors. We found all of the ones that weren't in the back garden yesterday. So we started putting our like power coins in their foreheads, and it gave us a selection of rotating block puzzles, which again I just made an educated guess and put in a year, one of the recurring years, because there was like a limit to the number of years we could spell out, and I'm like, it's probably 1847, and it was. And then that wall revealed like a weird greenhouse, the Orangerium or something, and it has like a 16-digit lock, but I'm not even sure it's digits because it says a keypad with no like information written on it. Anyway, I digress. We found the library office. I think that's where we managed to find another. We got to like the other side of the library because it had like two completely isolated walkways, and we pulled out the book 1847. It was a really important year. We have a little bit of context for that, which won't be listed here. We read through all of the extra like loose script pages that were like lying around the floor of room 1963, and it gave some context where like Renzo was originally Lorenzo the Great, like a traveling magician who like was sent by his like quasi-religious order to the Hotel Letzesjar because they suspected that an artifact called the Third Eye was here, and the prophecy, and it's important, and whatever, yada yada yada, lobster bisque. And so we got, like a little bit of backstory there, and there seems to be some sort of like recursive time loop thing where like Lorenzo gets Lorelei to do something, and then Lorelei does it to Lorenzo or something. I don't know. The elderly woman who was losing her sight wasn't strictly speaking called Lorelei. She was called Renate, but also when we like whisper all the things about our future past to her, she responds to them. It's a little confusing at this point. Anyway, we went to the library. We pulled out that book. It showed us a room. I think that was one of the places where we found a horse statue. I don't remember. Then we started trying to solve the debug puzzles where you have to give like a specific input to a typewriter, and then it gives you like a bug report so you can go break a video game somewhere in the house. And we like did that, and we freed the version of Renzo that was in like the prison on the right side of the hotel, and he gave us another videotape, and I don't know what to do with that input, but we have it. And then I think that like more or less brings us up to present, because there was like a lot of wandering around and like trying things and like not having success. But the important thing to take away from this is the debug reports, because why don't I go ahead and bring one of those up? Where do those live? Software errors? Yeah, sure, this will work. No, I guess this doesn't actually show it. I need the real debug report to demonstrate what's happened. It's not the game tester's notes. It's not this crap. Is it? That's documents, isn't it? Okay, bug report 1. So here's the thing about this. One of the things we did is like we went back to the red maze, which we found like a long time ago, and it seems really important. And at the center, there's this like Greek letter puzzle. And like yesterday, I was looking at it, I'm like, it has like hexadecimal input? Why is that true? And then I was like trying to, you know, confirm that I like could recognize all of the Greek letter symbols and was doing basically everything other than noticing the fact that we had like digital data that referred to something by Greek letters, which are these bug reports. Specific bugs are linked to Greek letters. And then when you recreate the bug in the game, it generates basically like a 3-digit hexadecimal number, which presumably is the input for the 3 Greek letters generated at the center of the maze. So we should go back to the red maze. Also, hello to Alcadius and Cotillion, who came in during the recap. Hello. Enjoy this. I use these enough these days. Right. So I feel like I'm going slower. Is it pee time? No, I just feel slow. But then when don't I feel slow? It's very loud here at the spooky maze. So I did compile for myself the answers to this to save us like a little bit of time. Right, there's no back button. So we're looking for theta, pi, and sigma. Pretty sure. Pi looks a little weird, which is what was throwing me off. Because, you know, I'm used to seeing it the extremely stylized, like, mathematical circumference formula way. But, like, I'm pretty sure that's trying to represent pi. And, yeah, theta, pi, and sigma. And just to, like, give some sense of this process. So if we look at our photographic memory and we look at the software errors, you know, like each one of these basically just has like a highlighted number, B3D, F76, 2DD, 1CC, etc., etc., etc. The bug report lists them sort of like top to bottom. I think it even numbers them like 1, 2, and 3 in the bug report. So you just have to like look at the original bug report, figure out which one each Greek letter is, and then like find the corresponding bug report. It's a little tedious, so I've done that for us, like a cooking show where they prepare like a second roast or whatever in an oven after showing you how to like what to put in the oven. So assuming I did this correctly, I have theta as F 76. I have pi as 2. DD, which is very funny. We should all enjoy that. And then sigma I have as 0B2. Alas. So this should give me this weird tablet where now I can put all of my maze bits. Now, I don't know why I walked up to this, because, like, obviously, I don't remember how to do this, having not really looked at these puzzle pieces in an obscenely long time. So I need my possessions. Northwest. Middle. Let's try that. I'm not gonna memorize all of these, and I feel like it'll honestly be quicker to do it this way than to like make a bunch of notes about it. The other one, the third one I placed, I think, did not give any directional letters, so I'm assuming that's the middle one because that doesn't have any letters on it. So this is southwest, southwest. That's relatively easy to remember. Southwest, that looks right. South, that also looks right. West, that also looks good. That's all very promising. Can we do the rest of these by sight? I mean, east would be probably this one, because the other ones both look like corners. And I think that's where that is in the real maze, so I feel like this is probably correct. No, it's not? Okay, well... Give me the last three. The lack of back button continues to annoy me late into the game. It's not a huge deal, but like rather than just being like, nope, let me take a look at my stuff, it's like, you fool! So that's northeast. That's east. And that's southeast. Is that not? Oh no, the wibbly bit, that's northeast. So I had confused east and northeast. Fair enough. That looks a little weird to me, but okay. So the wibbly bit, and then the obvious corner, and then whatever's left. This really looks cornery, but, you know, whatever. Oh crap, 9 maze heads. I hadn't anticipated this for no good reason. God, I'm gonna be so mad when it gives me exactly $1 US. That's gonna be extremely annoying. Grave in the red maze. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of thought the maze would... Oh, right, I forgot about the whole underground situation. It's Owl Girl! You have gone deep below. The truth will begin to surface from here. Have you met with the Minotaur in the hallways of wisdom? Nah, but I kind of need to do that. His stone brother resides ahead. He holds a message for his brother. Bring him right and left from the remains of those we lost. Eh? Only then will his message manifest itself. Okay, I love you, bye-bye. Hi, buddy, welcome to the stream. Wait a minute. Hi, Bunny, is it your birthday? Also, I kind of thought the maze was going to, like, reassemble itself when I put all those slabs back together, but the main concern I had was I thought that was going to help me find the Minotaur thing, so if that's happening down here, that's probably fine. I see. I can't yet determine if this is going to be very annoying. It doesn't feel great. I'll say that. I have some concerns over the fact that, like, I know there's, like, another place to go underground in the maze, and I don't want to deal with that. I don't know what that's doing for me, but I'll keep going in a circle. It's still Saturday for you, yes. If not, yes, yesterday. Well, that's good enough for me.
Did someone say birthday?
Sorry, I'm a little rusty. not like that makes the chest go away. So this makes this go there. And then I would go up and move it left. Like, why am I doing this? Like, I'm just gonna make a big circle because I'm not really paying attention. Like, I'm not aware of what goal I have or whatever. I mean, it's literally a certain... When I have it go down again, isn't that, like, where I started? What is the point of this? What is the point? I believe there's only 2 places to go underground in the maze. Is that right? So that's where I started. It sucks to be here. I don't want that chest to go down. Alright, well, this sucks. In south, I think the only... Oh, there's one here? I thought like southwest was the one that had an entrance down. Also, is there more than one? Or is that fracture just showing the same thing more than once? Huh. No, none of that is good. So, do I have to go up and out, then? Right, that is corner. This is... I must have to, yeah? There's no entrance here. But... this is entrance. Is this the one I've been to? Yes, this feels familiar. And there's, like, not much to do here, which is why I haven't done anything here. And there's, like... yeah, there's nothing obvious to be done. And that does appear to be a duplicate. So what I need then is I want to go... Nope. I want to go to this bottom left area. I think that's what that is. Oh, I see. I see. I understand. That's why that looks like that. Okay. Where are we now? South? Looks like path. Oh, I'm wrong. Southwest just, like, doesn't have an entrance at all. Thought it did. So... it's only southeast. Okay, that will save us some time. Because I was like, I could go explore the whole maze and see if, like, new ones have generated or something. So then... yeah, I mean, there's not immediately anything to do in southeast, but I can't, like, get back to the middle here without doing something stupid, right? Hey, Nauseum, welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. If you don't already know this game, boy, is this a confusing thing to enter on, huh? How about that? It's your favorite game of last year. Good, that saves us some time. So it also made you extremely motion sick. That's fair. I'm relatively prone to being motion sick. That's not the particular problem I'm having here, but I can definitely see why that would do it for you. It's rough. Like, I get what they're doing here. I appreciate making a simple maze complicated with this one trick that doctors hate, or some clickbaity title or something. But it does kind of suck to look at, is my main criticism. It's not that one. I need a lower one to get back to where I started. So it's definitely also not this one immediately adjacent to it. So then... this probably? This feels correct-ish. As good as it's getting. Need the lower one, because the upper one's a chest. Okay, I'm gonna go back in here and hope for the best. Lurking is totally cool. This is my first playthrough, so efforts not to spoil things are appreciated, but feel free to hang out and participate as much as you like. Nauseum. It is funny that your name is Nauseum and you're talking about being kind of nauseous. But I do definitely understand not wanting to look directly at the red maze. I'd solve this the same way you solved the Witness bar. Oh, there's barf puzzles in Witness? I still haven't gotten around to playing the Witness. For some reason I was thinking about that game again for the first time in a while. What would I like? What's weird here is like there's two different arrows. There's one at the bottom of the stairs and one at the top. I don't know what that means. Okay. I think I understand what I'm doing wrong. This simply needs to be a walkway. It feels like it should be something more interesting than that, but I just need to be able to do this while the chest is down, which is something I'm innately opposed to doing, and here we are. Notion says, I played The Witness for 5 minutes because I found the hidden puzzle on your first playthrough. There's one of those, like, Mario Maker shortcuts. 9 fragments unite in the third eye as Enneahedron. That's my favorite quote from Lord of the Rings. That also, there's something kind of like that at the start of Zero Time Dilemma, which is also stupid. Alright. But this will do that. What does this do? You know, this would be a whole lot easier if she could just, like, step across stuff and not be beholden to tiles. Witness is definitely like a piece of art in its own right, made more interesting by the fact you find the dev insufferable. Who made The Witness again? I know I should know that. If I just, like, backtrack, I'm good, right? If my goal is to go here, which it is in the short term. Didn't kind of mean to step on that, but okay. I probably had to do that regardless. Well, not what I was expecting that to do. Hey, cool, it's the Minotaur. Hey, everyone remember the number 2. That's the Minotaur number. Only a small portion of the inscription is legible. Does it say Casey? Blank truth of the Minotaur, blank deeper below. Eyes of the dead blank, red tears blank. This is the worst Match Game 76 I've ever seen. There is an intrusion in the forehead of the statue. Surely it could use some tampons. No? What about a VHS tape of a magician? Nah, I just don't understand these Minotaur's needs. Hey, cool, I found some stairs. Oh, neat, I'm back at start. That's delightful. It's not helpful, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Okay, so this room is not doing it for me. Throw up if you have to see the above ground part more. Well, we're not going back there right away, but thanks, and, you know, feel free to come in or out or do what you gotta do. I respect it, but I appreciate you stopping by nonetheless. Hey, cool. A box. It could have anything, even $1 American. Ka-ching. So where are we at with this? If I go, since I don't need to, where will this take me again? Yeah, it just kind of like loops me around to like, I don't think I need to be here. That wasn't possible before for some reason, right? What's the thing I need to do to make this? Oh, this. I do this, and then that comes back. And then I would have to, like, go all the way around. I think that room stays. That's kind of there. Now I can do this. Oh, that's why there's 2 arrows. I understand. This will explain everything. So now we just, like, walk back and get... Some number of these chests contain useful items, right? No, it's just cash. Okay, well that's, you know, unfortunate. So I've done. I missed that comment. Only a small portion of it is legible. You are a N blank RD Lamau. What could it mean? Stupid judgmental minotaur. Why would I have done this? I'm super duper not paying attention to what I'm doing, as you clearly can tell. So I have to, I think I have to approach from middle because then, there's no reason, it just does the thing. So I need to find a way to get to there. Which doesn't look like anything to me. How would I accomplish this feat? Actually pay attention to this. Blank truths of the Minotaur. Probably like even deeper below. Eyes of the not how I saw this going, but well, how about a laser eye? Gross. Now, this is a problem, as you may or may not be able to tell. For the reason that I don't have another one of those. It's crying tears of joy. I mean, that seems like something out of, like, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. You know, it's a great suggestion. Now that it's leaking, maybe the tampons will help. Oh, weird, I can't interact with it anymore. So, I'm gonna guess that if I find another laser eye and I put it in the other pedestal, then it will give me a staircase down and I can use Brink with down. Okay. I kind of know what to do. We can't try tampons for the reason that I can no longer interact with that pedestal. No matter how good the tampon is, it's not containing that. Well, I feel like you are our local authority on that, Neko. But even I would assume that probably would not work. So I have to go to, where am I? Third floor? The place I want to go is on the first floor, the dumb way. Okay. We're gonna need a bigger tampon. I remember that movie differently than you do. What's actually funny about that is I've never seen Jaws. Alright, let me see if I can go find that Minotaur guy. I don't remember how to get anywhere in this place. You don't happen to be Minotaur guy. Did Jaws need a tampon? Well, Demolition said we're gonna need a bigger tampon. In Jaws, the big shark, I think he takes a bite out of the boat before, like, the captain of the boat or someone on it who's, like, hunting the shark that's, like, terrorizing the beach is like, we're gonna need a bigger boat because the shark was, like, more threatening than they expected him to be. I totally fear death about the revolver, though I have no idea what's going on there. This is a dead end? Yes, it is. You Minotaur guy? What day? Man, I hate this one. This one makes me mad. Fear of death, brother. A chunk of their bait that was way bigger than expected and surfaced right next to the boat. Oh, okay. I thought he, like, actually attacked. I've seen, like, a clip of, like, the end of that scene, but I didn't have the context for, like, what they were doing. Right-handing it, which may not be the way to go. Or maybe it am. Give him the pass or whatever. How many statues? Truth above all. It's 2. 1 for each of the laser eyes I don't possess. Snap. I sure hope something important is here. It's gonna be very bad if it's not. Okay, well, that seems important. That isn't what I thought it would do. I'm gonna save. I actually thought we'd be at like 90% by now. So, yeah, now there's a Minotaur in a top hat, which I think is cool. Oh, it's not a real Minotaur, it's just a guy with a mask. At a distance, it kind of looked. You have done well to come this far. But only Nosen Smuler knows the answer to our final question. From top to bottom, what did my underground brothers say? Man, I hate it here. If the maze... Oh, God. If I'm blocked at the maze, and I still don't have the key to 1953... I can't do anything with the clock. I can't get to the puzzle box if I can't open 1953. Like, what can I do? I don't happen to have... Nelson's Mulier? It's not a name that's familiar. That's weird. I have a whole unknown section still to this day. Nothing in it. What did my underground brother say? Oh, wait a minute. This is what the owl girl was talking about. I understand. Okay. Fear of death, I gotta go exactly right back where I was. I think there's a door here. I have to go up to the top of the building the dumb way. Now, the concern that I have is the numbers he's asking for. I don't know if they're all part of the inscription that's like visible. I might have to infer them, which may lead to my untimely death. Just my face. And we're back. Hello, Minotaur. Blank truth of the Minotaur. Blank deeper below. Eyes of the dead. But there's like none numbers here. I wish I actually remembered what the girl said about sending the message to the Minotaur brother. But that does not go in my copybook. This room is dumb. I hate it forever. Okay, so what's this part saying? Nine fragments unite in the third eye as Enneahedron. I don't know what that last word means. Is that German for like one shape or something? I feel like it would be 931. Would I like to know? No, I'll just let him shoot me in the head. Never gonna do this correctly. I'm just gonna keep just like absent-mindedly circling this. If I do that, then it goes... No, I do think I have to like trigger it wrong and then do it right. Because I do this and then I... No, I'm just gonna keep doing it wrong. That's fine. I press this, it switches, and I approach from the bottom, and I end up exactly where I am now. So it has to be... No, that's exactly where I am now. So this flips this back. Oh, I just need to be able to do it from here. Look, if I have to do this enough times, eventually I'll learn it, maybe. I don't know. I'm very sad that I lack a second laser eye. Untouch my face. Say you'll love me again. I don't know any more lyrics to that song. Let's take the stupid way. Again. I, in particular, dislike this left staircase. It's been very confusing the entire game. This is primarily the reason I call it the stupid way. Truth above all. Okay. That's not what I was expecting. I mean, theta, pi, sigma? Sigma. Well, that's bad for me. Who the heck is this guy? I keep hearing about this guy. Truth recovered 88.2? Didn't I save, like, right after... What did it load? Oh, really? I thought it was further than that. But, like, it should be the Minotaur guy, right? Yeah, that's fine. What the heck's going on? I really just need to make a separate save up at the top of the building until this is resolved. This is very annoying. Yeah, I just missed my door. Closer you get, the further it seems. I know you think that's funny. I don't think that's funny. I think that we've reached a point where, like, we've genuinely done enough of that in the end game that I'm, like, actually starting to get a little annoyed about it. I'm not, like, extremely annoyed, but I do need the game to actually start doing something or I'm gonna be mad. Because, like, it's not even like I'm not solving puzzles. It just keeps being like, it feels like there's some, like, asymptote around, like, 92% game completion, and it's just like, great, now you're, like, 0.0001% closer to the end of the game. I don't even know. Can I also make a save at this other tablet? Hey, wait. Is it signs? What's the deal with that trap door? I don't understand the point of that at all in this game. Does this lady seriously want me to believe that she can, like, memorize these entire, like, museum plaques no problem, but, like, etchings on a Minotaur statue that lead to my death or success, she can't be bothered? Like, seriously? I can equally not do either of those things. I feel like it's insanely like selective to choose the one that clearly doesn't potentially lead to our imminent death and be like, but that like Minotaur statue though, like not gonna do it. I'm so annoyed. I just have nothing. I have no things. I mean, I have like 80 keys, but I've used all of them, except my car keys and my tampons. And I still don't know what to do with these stupid VHS tapes. What if you combine the key with a tampon? It's not that kind of game. I can't do that. I can only ever combine something with something directly in front of me. My pockets are off limits. Man, it's a real like stupid gotcha. 9 fragments unite in the third eye as inahedron. Does anyone remember what the owl girl said? Break the word down, what do I know? I mean, considering that it's not English, I don't know. I know that hedron typically means a shape in general. Hedron as its own word is used in Magic the Gathering in a weird world where like shapes do magic. And, you know, polyhedral dice involve specific number of sides. Ina, what does it sound like? Sounds like Ina. Don't know what you think that question will accomplish, considering I've been saying the word out loud, and that's what it sounds like to me. Alternatively, any ahedron, so like any number of shapes. But here's the problem. This seems useless. For art, the answer is apparently some bizarre combination of Greek letters and things that look like Greek letters, and isn't, in fact, a number after all. So I want to be dead now. So that's, you know, that's where we're at. It's just a 9-phase polyhedron. It's an actual word. I don't know where Dema's going, but there's no way you'd know unless you know. Why would a 9-sided... Why wouldn't it be like a nonahedron? No, Neko's kind of right. Like, I would, like... N is not a root word I know for 9. Enia sounds like 9? What are you talking about? It doesn't? It doesn't to me. It sounds like Enna. As you pronounced it. No? It sounds like saying the letter N. Oh, like the German pronunciation? No, because then it sounds like Ina, which is like in German. So like I'm just supposed to like like literally I've played like an entire series of video games focused around something called the nonary games, where 9 is a central number and 9 is spoken about constantly. I've never heard the root Enya, I've never heard of this. Even if this is a word that's used, it feels obscure for its purpose and like needlessly pedantic. Like if it said nonahedron, I would know exactly what they were talking about. Like that's genuinely irritating to me. But here's also the problem though. That doesn't do anything. Cuz the thing I'm trying to solve isn't numbers anymore. Like, it's like literally a defining feature of the maze is that like everything is numbers. And then I get to the last guy and he's like, joke's on you, it's Greek letters, idiot, bang. I don't remember which of these is the upstairs save. It's gotta be this one. It's not numbers, though. You understand that it's not numbers, right? Like, I haven't had a stroke since starting the stream, right? You wouldn't guess it's so it's the Greek word for 9? Yeah, I'll tell you this for free. I don't know Greek numbers and I don't know Greek letters like super well. I know that this game says it makes a point of saying that like you're allowed to have certain like general knowledge, which like most puzzle games do. Like, you know, having like basic understanding of like analog clocks or card suits or things of that nature are typically expected in puzzle games. Knowing like uncommon words from like foreign languages is not, I think, a reasonable expectation. Okay, so whatever's going on is making me really mad. What is this for? I feel like this is nothing. Yeah, like like even some of the Greek letters are a stretch, but like with a resource like this in the game, like it doesn't bother me too much. But like, you know, there's certainly common Greek letters that everyone knows, and there's like less common ones that you need a little help for. But like No, like an average person does not know Greek numbers. I defy you to try and convince me of this. But like, this doesn't do anything. Like, I feel like the purpose for this to exist in the game is probably to help you understand that what you're looking at in the middle of the maze is the thing that corresponds to the bug reports. There's a context clue in it talking about the 9 people. But it talks about a 9-sided shape. Shape isn't people. I'm actually very mad about this now. Just to give you a key to how numbers are spelled in Greek, they should not include esoteric knowledge check. Thank you. Thank you, anime. Also welcome. Like, I don't know if I just like missed something that could feasibly translate that without like Neko doing a Google search, but like I could imagine myself easily wasting like hours on that piece of information. But even so, like I've honestly just gone through so many hoops and have like exhausted like every immediately obvious thing to do that like I'm super mad that like there's not like a remotely normal useful result from any of what I've just done. Like that's actually very frustrating to me. Like the game has done a lot of like haha just kidding, here's like $1 US, let the door hit you on the way out, and it's like okay, that's fine, I have other things to do. I don't have other things to do, game. Because you, like, refuse to give me the 1953 key. And even if I had that, I'm not sure what that does. My best guess is that that crosses off restore the woman's sight, and then as a result, she gives me something that does something. Like the key to the graves or a means to get into the revolver door or something. But, like, you won't give me the 1953 key, so I can't do that. They give it in the game we haven't found yet. I don't know. We found, like, a relatively high percentage of the material that seems to be findable in the game. But, you know, since it's not 100%, it's definitely feasible. God. It's definitely feasible that, like, just the one we don't have would be about Greek numbers. What are the other questions in the maze? I should buy the other games that don't do anything. I sort of forgot how we got led into there and was confused that that dollar was spent, but I think I'd already, like, answered one guy's question and not the guy next to him. Oh, God. God, we've reached the point that I'm like seriously considering brute forcing this. Which makes me upset. But like, there aren't that many things that it can be. And I don't know what in the game is supposed to tell me this. What is this document? Is it also 9? Well, it mathematically can't be 9, right? Because the first Monday has to be one of the first 7 days of the year because there's only 7 days in a week. So, like, the latest it could be is the 7th. I think I already tried, like, the 6th or something, so that narrows it down even further. Those people also open 9 doors? Yeah, and I think they only had, like, 9 hours, which is rough. I just like I don't have like an almanac, dude. And like none of the letters from that year tell me anything. It's from 2014. This is a menu. That's also dated 2014. This is all going to be 2014. Oh no, most of these are the 60s, that's right. You're telling me that this lady memorized the entirety of multiple videotapes in her mind palace, but can't be bothered to remember the stupid Minotaur tablets? What is with her? All of this is found in the wall. Okay, but if it's all in the one place I can't go, first off, it's like the most annoying room in the game because it must possess 2 libraries worth of information, and secondly, I don't have anything else to do. There's nothing else I can do now. There's literally nothing left. The maze had to be a solution. I don't have a laser eye. I don't have any idea what the orange keypad is about. It's 16 digits. I can't remotely brute force that. There's one puzzle box I can't open because I can't get to it in the maze. As far as I know, I still can't get to it in the maze, so I can't go in there and I can't do that. And if I can't do that, I also can't cross off return the woman's sight or whatever. I can't seem to unlock the revolver door. It feels like that is probably a result of the other thing. I can't reach the center of the quiz club because he's not asking about numbers. I can't unlock 1953 because you won't give me the key. I can't log into the supercomputer because that really seems to be the absolute last thing that the game would do. I don't have whatever object is needed for the mausoleum. And I can't help the woman see. And I can't unlock the journal. That's literally everything. I can't do anything. I can't do anything. Like, the maze had to be a solution, because I can't do anything else. goes here? I don't know if I'm going the right way, but if I can just find a computer, I can load where I want to be. Okay, I don't think I'm where I want to be. I need the older one. Let's try something very stupid. I don't even know who this guy is that he's referencing, which was like a really bad sign. I mean, I'm not, but I don't know what that means. And I don't care, because you haven't given me context for how I would know that or why I would care. So I'm going to need you to do a little bit of legwork, game, if you want me to give a crap about this. You alright, game? Load. It's going off the numerology. I know I didn't say any of this out loud. It all seems so stupid. It's just like not even worth discussing. One of these is like numerology, and it's like, oh man, 9 is death and 3 is creation, and the numbers we got from that tablet were like 9, 3, and 9. So I was like, I don't know, Omega, the end of all things, Alpha, Omega. I got shot in the head because I'm not Hans Gruber or whatever. I don't know how I've played like 20 hours of this game and I don't even like know what character he's referring to. Like, I want to say it feels like it reflects badly on me, but I feel like if I've gotten this far in the game and I don't know that and I need to know that now, then I think maybe the game goofed up. I'm not sure. Like, looking at the maps isn't helpful anymore because the only doors that are locked, I know what they are and I can't open them. Whereas before, I could at least, like, feasibly try to, like, get a look at where I could still go. Stupid statues. Stupid computers. I mean, just like everything is done or impossible. I don't understand. There's just like nothing that feels remotely helpful. The loft. That's the revolver door. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the revolver door. Demolition, give me the least amount of information you could possibly give me. Absolute least. Get some air. Okay, that is very little information. It could mean two things. It's probably go to the backyard. But the dog was barking earlier, and I don't know if that's important. You have a laser eye for me, boy? That noise is just the security camera, right? It sounds weird. If I keep doing this, eventually he'll cough up the laser eye. I just know it. So, I'll just kind of gesture. I don't know. I don't think I care about these statues. Kept going until it popped. Till you exploded the dog with pets? I don't know. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. I mean, I don't. I feel like I know what you're implying by being kind of heavy-handed, but it doesn't make sense to me even so. I feel like you're trying to imply that the answer to the keypad is the numbers written on the ground. And I can understand a world in which that would be true, but it would be like a billion. No, it would be more than 16 numbers. It'd be a ton of numbers. And it wouldn't give me like a clear order. I mean, I feel like the heavy pools as if like written in ink is something. 1847, is that what we're looking for? I'm gonna argue no, but demolition is more or less just screaming yes. This feels like another one of those things where demolition is like, this is so obvious, and I'm like, I could be here all day. Because like I even understand like the implication, and it still doesn't mean anything to me. No, you may not hope further. You're playing Where's Wally with an Inahedron? No, that's considered a war crime. You're not allowed to do that. 1, 2, 2, 3, 9, 10, 13, 14, 16. I guess it's insanely difficult to try and like copy this. Not sure what we're after. I don't know if you saw this yesterday. We have this. There's like a 16 input combination. I think the idea is that we're trying to copy like brush strokes, but one of the digits is 8 and it sucks farts. And it's like insanely difficult to like gather that. So it's like 1 and then 8. It just sucks. It's so bad. It's like 1. Yeah, I can't even like. The first guess is 11111. We did technically try that, not like fully intentionally. So like I think the idea is that 1 is represented by like the top and bottom. But here's the thing. Here's there there's not a lot to give you context for this because like it presents these bottom tiles are a little bit darker, sure, but there's not a consistent color to the rest of the tiles. So it doesn't like scream to me that it's like a one-to-one translation of the keypad to begin with. So it's like not a good start. But then there are lots of different ways to interpret how you would input these numbers, particularly 8, which is unbelievably suck. So I struggle to find a world in which I think this is a puzzle that's solvable without like screaming at a magic 8 ball in a wish tornado. Like so like one would be like 8 to 2. I'm just looking at the numpad. 8 would be like 8 8 4 3 0 1 6 8. How many is that? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 4 is straightforward. You would start at 2 and go to 8 and go to 4 and then to 6. And then 7's not bad either. You would start at 7 and go to 9 and then end at 0. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I respect the idea of that. I don't think they give you like remotely enough information for that to seem obvious. I'm pretty sure I started 4 at the bottom. I wrote 4 starting at the bottom. There's no, don't congrats that. You like told me exactly how to do it and I wasn't gonna get there for like 7 hours. There's nothing congrats about that. A biblical reference. Good idea, Senora. Oh good, is he gonna kill me now? Because that is what I want in this moment. The first entertainer in Eden was the snake. As such, it was actually God. It understood the need for action. And isn't that why you came here? No. You want action and violence. No, this happens in like 1963, not like 2024. Go ahead, take it. Now let's play a real game. The nonary game? I'm sorry, the Einagram game? What are you talking about? Bang. Revolver turned into a revolver key. I just want you to know how stupid that sounds. Brilliant, Signorina. How did you do that? You are a true magician. But then... where did you hide the real gun? See, that would have been a lot more interesting if it wasn't obvious that I needed something to open a revolver door at, like, hour, 30. A keyhole in the shape of a revolver. I honestly can't tell if you're being sarcastic, because we do literally have that. We very much have that. That's like a real thing we have. I'm just not sure how much of this game you've seen, and navigating the house is like bad on a good day, so I'm not even sure if you would have seen me wander to the revolver door at some point. Or complain about it for like a solid hour just now. No, it's up further, right? This doesn't go that way. Just save, just save, just save. Gosh, I wonder, what could it be? I haven't done anything in here, but I'm sad because this room doesn't look as important as I need it to be. Cool. Oh. Fine. Okay. It's the videotapes. VHS of a magician. Right, 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 left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Pardon? Right, 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 left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Excuse me? Let me do it backwards. Is it mirrored? I don't think it should be mirrored. Left, 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 right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, sure. I'll just do them backwards. That's fine. It is wise to look inside a head. His head is mine, and my head is yours. How else could a dead man write letters? Stenographer? Magic and money make miracles. That sounds like a lyric from Cats. And the dead walk again. They want me to look crazy, but I can assure you I am not. Oh, okay. I have to write this or they will hang us all for violating the aesthetic distance. Was this written in 2020? Or perhaps give us an award for the best performance of the year. I would like to thank Santa Lucia and Mammon for this award. It is a miracle. I know you only came here for clues, but I have to play this part. So on the note of miracles, you must consider virgin births, because why would we not do that? We should all be entitled to them. What? What does that mean? We are all equal here. Fictional, alive, or dead. Hallelujah and happy birthday. Okay. The crux of this tomato soup is sadly that we are all born under bad signs. April 2nd, September 11th, August 5th, November 23rd. So this... Okay. This is the astrology clock. And now I do this backwards. Right, right, right. Left, left, right, 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 left, left. What distance do you think is the aesthetic distance? That's a great question. How far away are you supposed to be when you're, like, learning to throw axes? That might be a good distance. I tried looking inside her head for the answer just like you, but I cannot trust her. A mess cloudier than the ocean. Her journal is locked. We only know that she died 116 years ago. I asked the moon for answers, but it gave me several dates. Perhaps time is so broken here that they could all be correct. Something terrible must be happening. The glass is made of plastic. This room sucks. I hate this room. This room represents so much anger. We opted not to organically put clues in the game so you could find them. We wanted to gate these specific things so unbelievably hard that F you. Just F you. That's the whole story. Not sure, never done axe throwing. Neither have I, which is part of why I don't know. I mean, how far away do you have to stand in, like, the Louvre or something when you're looking at, like, art you're definitely not supposed to touch? I believe you're aesthetically distanced from your dad. Any closer would be bad. You know, there's a lot to tackle there for sure. What are these stupid... Where do they go? Oh, I see. Note found in the female mannequin. God bless America. 6th, 8th, 28th, June 18th. No, that's not right. I need book. Phases of 1847. January 10th is... This will be fun. Everyone enjoy this sequence. January 10th is... Light crescent left. Again, I don't know the correct terminology for this. I don't know my wax from my elbow or my wane from my who's it. So we're just gonna be very literal about it. August 26th. That's full moon, brother. Full October 8th is light crescent left. April 28th is dark crescent left. And June 18th is light crescent left. I feel like there has to be a different name for, like, being the correct distance away from someone you don't want to be near. It doesn't seem aesthetic. Okay, boy. Light crescent left. Good start. Full. October 8th is light crescent left. Then I need dark crescent left. And then I need light crescent left. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I must have written one of these wrong. They're not all left. Okay. Appears to be a draw. The angle of the crescent is not important. Messing around with it, it can only be crescent full or half. It appears to be a journal. The pages are out of order. Thursday, January 7th, 1847. My eyes have been reborn. Everything is new again. My eyes are those of a child. I had forgotten beauty. I feel like it's a crime to have a child's eyes. The magician was as surprised as me. He never thought the vermilion tears would work. The cure was the most excruciating pain I've ever felt. As the drops fell in my eyes, it felt like my eyes boiled like eggs inside my skull. At the end, it felt like I was a pot of boiling red pain. Thank the eye, then. My first colleagues appeared before me in a vision. Mere apes like me, they painted a crimson maze on the cavern wall, the very first piece of art. Their red eyes met mine in quiet understanding. An ancient cosplay was shared. How long was I sleeping? Am I allowed to write about the maze? Am I allowed to write about the third eye? I need to consult my visions lawyer. Am I allowed to write about the red beast? Words cannot do them justice. Words fail. Oh, hang on. Hitting enter is not the correct way to proceed. Monday, January 4th, 1847. The winter sun came out today. It painted the garden in the most generous colors. I could see its beauty, but all its details had been stripped. It was a naughty peep show for my young child eyes. Mother Nature only deigns to show me drawings from her sketchbook. Soon I will not even see the outlines. Will I be even lonelier in the dark, I wonder? I spent the evening in my studio. What I paint now will soon be unseen even by me. Saturday, January 9th, 18... Oh.
I hate this. This last part of the game is very annoying. I don't like it here. I see everything and it makes me mad.
Saturday, January 9th, 1847. The magician is afraid of his hat. What's happening? Is it Lidsville? Did we go in the hat? It's bad. Truthfully, he is afraid of everything. Is it because his eyes are old and tired and not child's eyes like mine, the Christ child's eyes? Or is it because he is not a true artist? I am still fond of him, but his gloomy chatter interferes with my work. I will shoot him with my revolver key. Things have started to appear in my house. Objects and rooms are fantasies. Soon there will be a theatre. The magician believes that we are still in the maze. He is wrong and right. I have been there since I was a little girl. We saw me! God, come on. All day we could hear the sound of ticking. It's like the crocodile from Peter Pan. The magician and I have searched at length for the clock. Its hands have stopped moving, yet time has passed. We have lived for years these days, yet we are not getting older. My wrist aches terribly, but it is from the carpal tunnel of programming and debugging a game. If I do not control myself, I paint. Art flows through my veins now. It is wonderful and extremely painful. You should not have paint in your veins. Can I write about the Maze Man? I think I know what he is. I did it again. That's not how you advance the page, even though it's the only button. A knock on the door. The miracle has arrived. Oh, by the way, it's Tuesday, January 5th, so the answer is 4. The answer is 4. In his hand is a red rose, which he handed me, but I have seen the likes of him before, treasure hunters and thieves. This one must be the sorriest of the lot. Was it a pity I felt it in my callous heart? Now he warms his wet and malodorous feet by my fireplace. Gross. My very own mysterious stranger. Smelly stranger. Gross. Among many things, he calls himself an optician and an illusionist, though it is clear that he is little more than a sideshow magician. This house and I could certainly use some magic. Waka waka. Sunday, January 10th, 1847. Eyes are meant for gathering nuts and scanning for wild beasts. Human eyes look but do not see. Art demands vision, and artists must not be held back by eyes. Tonight I will make my ascension. I will fade into the crimson and become matter. I will not be an artist. I will not be art. I will be the raw material. I will be magic. All left of my earthly self will be a rose. Friday, January 8th, 1847. 7 journeyed in silk robes and tattered rags, in gilded wagons and on bloody souls. Sister Moon, Brother Mars, Brother Mercury, Sailor Venus, Sailor Jupiter. Their red eyes searching for what had been lost. Cosmic words spoken by the magician as he made shows of his long-dead brothers come alive on the walls in an act of true magic. I could see them travel in gilded wagons on first roads built by man. I could see them walk on bloody souls through endless scorched deserts, their red eyes forever searching for the Black Skull Dragon to form the ultimate fusion in Season 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Looking to the night sky in search of what had been lost to them and forgotten by the rest of us until now. We already did 7. There's like a really similar excerpt than a different one that was like, the prophecy says that 7 will seek the third eye. And I was like, 7? He's like, close enough. Wednesday, January 6th. Oh, what an auspicious date. I cannot help but believe that this journey has been a long one. Beneath the oily courtesy thumps a broken heart. This is the end of the road for him. I left my jewelry box open to test him, but it is left untouched, as I thought it would be. What's the alternative? I know what he is looking for. I've never seen it, but I know it's here. I will hold him to his word. He must cure me, which is an absurd notion. He claims that my eyes are dying because of lack of entertainment. That is his medical opinion. He showed me an endless series of images in his ethereal, few of which I could see what they represented. It was amusing, but became tedious after a while. Still, I played along. Next, he will treat me with a miracle tincture he calls vermilion tears. I suppose him failing to cure me will somehow be an empty victory. Speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh, you sent Alcadius this pair of McDonald's plushies with the Jaffa cakes. Oh, that's great. That's very exciting. So 4, I guess? I don't know. I could do the clock, which seems more interesting, but then will I remember 4? I mean, I have to navigate my stupid way back to 4. Don't wash hands. If I wash hands, all the paint will leave my bloodstream. Or something. Listen, I don't know. Well, I guess I'm already here. Where does it... Male mannequin. April to 1798. September 11th, 1807. I imagine that's random, but that is like not an ideal star to be born under, I assume. 1824. Well, I do know someone who has a September 11th birthday, so they got that going for them. Make sure I actually write this down correctly as opposed to last time when I didn't do that. April 2nd, 1798. Okay. So I need to like know what those are because I don't. Where's the book? Uh, no. No. There's like one that actually just has astrology in it, isn't there? Zodiacs. God, good. They're all sort of not starting at the beginning of the year for funsies. So April 2nd is Aries. September 11th. God, they're all like in the annoying half. That's Virgo. August 5th is Leo. And November 23rd isn't the normal one, which is Sagittarius. What? What are you talking about? April 2nd, Aries. September 11th, Virgo. August 5th is Leo. November 23rd, Sagittarius. These all look right. I don't know what you're talking about. But now I have to like figure out. This is 1932. So that's November. So that's Sagittarius, which is not close. Great. This is 1924, which is Leo, which is kind of medium. This is 1807. That's September. That's Virgo, which is next to Leo. And then this is the other one, which is where it should be, which is convenient. That looks empty. Oh. Okay. Well, that looks like it's the graveyard key. Oh, bite me. Why doesn't it just go in my inventory? I did the thing. What? No, pick it up, idiot. What? Why does it... It has the symbol from the mausoleum. Why isn't it a key that goes in my inventory? I don't even know what the thing is called that I need to reference. This is like the opposite of the thing. Like, I appreciate that the maze is like, cite useful facts from like noteworthy parts of your thing. This part of this process is very vexing, where it's like, okay, now that you've gone like 20 hours without like any of this information being relevant, look at sub-index B of the 4th book you ever looked at. for like a puzzle that we could have given you at like a remotely useful point in time. 4. Why is the journal so close to the top? It's insanely difficult to get that early in the game. So that has to be it. It's annoying. Thursday. Monday. Saturday. Tuesday. Sunday. Friday. Which one of these is happy days? Wednesday. Is it the last one? So now I look at so now I need see this okay. This is a really good example of what has pushed me to this intense point of frustration. Between like the backyard puzzle, which is apparently insanely essential to doing like 10% of the game. Like literally everything is gated behind this puzzle. I don't think is obvious at all. And I don't think the signaling is there to help you. Contrast it against like planetary signs, which aren't that obscure of information. They're not necessarily common knowledge, but they're not super obscure. There is an entire room of the mansion with no function other than to tell you what the like symbol for moon and earth and sun and crap are. Give me something like that to like help me figure out the keypad thing. Like I don't need that room. Give me something for like Greek numbers or like the backyard puzzle. Like don't infantilize me on this crap I actually know. Okay, so Jupiter, Moon. This is just, you have to cipher this for like 6 different things. It's very annoying. Saturn, Mars, Sun, somewhat obviously, Venus, Mercury. Okay. So Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, it's Venus. Mars, Sun, Venus, I'm past Mercury. The sea looks weird, but I assume it's crescent moon. I feel like it looks more like I expect it to look in the gallery. Hey, look, now it's the, is it in my inventory now? I don't know why I have to solve that. I guess because we didn't make a system where you can look at your inventory in a meaningful fashion. Okay, cool. I have it now. Okay, now I will go out to the graveyard. What's additionally frustrating about this is, like, I don't feel like anything I've done in the last hour would have broken the game if I had access to work on these earlier. Like, I realize I can't have all of them, but, like, they gate so much, like, they make this extremely long, bizarre, linear chain of puzzles, and I don't know why. I don't know why to do it this way. And it leads to this point where I'm, like, insanely frustrated. And then I'm, like, insanely frustrated that the solution is all in one room. Like, it's very annoying. Where did I write this? Okay, here we go. Solution is left, middle, right, right, left, middle. Designing this mechanism seems needlessly challenging. It just feels like there would be a better way to do whatever this is. Right? This is the first time. Right? This is the second time. This is relevant. What? Did this change? What the heck? Like, this is, like, literally different. I think, like, I went to the trouble to solve this. And it's just different now? I don't understand. It's just, like, not similar. Second passed. Second and last would be right then. Third and fourth would be middle. And that would leave left. I don't know. I guess I transpose this somehow? I don't understand. I don't understand how that's possible. Whatever. Cool, let's do it all over again. It's not tedious to, like, manage your inventory 6 times in a row or anything, I promise. This is thrilling. Do it again. It's annoying that it is slower to hold down the key than to tap it repeatedly. I don't know, is there a laser eye in here? I don't know what I need. It's gonna take me to the red maze? Aw, brother, what is this? I don't want to. What if I don't want it, though? Oh, come on. How is this what's here? Okay, so it'll let me select one at a time. And you must always change it if you look at it, just because there's no back button. It has to do with the floor, right? Somehow? Because there's like a little maze bit. But like what part of the... Map, maze design. Which one am I looking at, by the way? Okay, that's probably not going to help me. I don't know why I bothered looking at that. Yeah, it turns out that doesn't help me. Hold on. What is a defining feature here? There is one little jutting out piece in the top left corner. Maze design. It's not looking like any of them. I don't understand how that would be possible. Oh my God, is this upside down? Is that something that's possible? Or something? What? Space, big F. No. It's like a big F. It's like a big... Don't have a Game Boy. It's like a big F. It's top middle. This has upside down one, right side up one, and a Tetris piece. Why would I go to this? I don't know. Apparently it was... Apparently that one was left and the other one is whatever I left it on. Here's $1. Ooh. Oh, I must have to position this to where the red dot is. So first I have to figure out which one I'm looking at. This has a saggy H on it. Saggy H. That's middle right. So then I need to be down 1 and over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The input is different than I was expecting it to be. Be in the 5th square is what I assume is the thing I'm trying to place. Is like the red space, which is I think where the pedestal is that has like the maze piece in the maze. But like it looks like it's slotting between spaces instead of settling on one. So like I'm not super crazy sure that that's right. Maybe move it over like one. I don't like. I feel like that's a bad input for the type of solution you want here. If the information you want me to demonstrate to you is something that goes in the square, then the input I give shouldn't go between the squares. That doesn't feel like that's that hard to understand. What is this? This is, I don't know. Big. This has to be the middle one. It has like the big long corridor thing. Yeah, it's clearly the middle one. So this would be like 2, 3. Like annoyingly like exactly the same thing. This is a specifically frustrating type of puzzle where like understanding what they're asking doesn't translate directly to completing the puzzle. This I feel like is just a faux pas. Like it just feels really obvious to me not to have the input for the solution be different than the information you're getting to solve the puzzle. Like I don't know why you would do that. That's like puzzle like 102 or something. Okay, what is this? This is like negative H. And it's sagging the other way. Which would be top left, which would mean we're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 over. And like 1 down. That would put it like there, sort of. It's just like, I feel like even though like I understand exactly what it's asking me, like I'm just gonna have to fiddle with this in a way that's just inherently stupid in my opinion. Should probably be over 1. Probably, I don't know. Like just to be like super clear about this. Like what it's asking me is like place the red diamond on this board. But it seems like it's using just like a different, cuz like it's not like I'm sliding along the same like tile set. It's like sliding between them. It's like if you look at your like kitchen tiles in your shower or whatever, you have the tiles themselves, which is what this map is, and then the input is the grout. And I just don't understand why you would do that. Go back over here. Let's pay attention to something. Imagine if the solution to do this was to open up a QR code on your phone. I have to say, I hate QR codes, just as like a general rule. The technology is just like not that interesting, and it's not that good or like efficient. And it's definitely, when used in lieu of having like menus at a restaurant or that type of thing, it's like that can walk straight off the plank, frankly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many tiles? What's your whole deal? 2, 3, 4. Is there an easier one to look at? 2, 3, 4. Whoa, what? 1, 2, 10. So that's so annoying. So these are a 10 by 10 and the other one's 9 by 9. I think. I mean, it's definitely 10. And that seems to be 9. And somewhere in this asinine discrepancy exists the way that it wants me to input this information. It just seems like there's no concrete way to have this just be one. It's because of the mismatch between the information. It feels like there's no good way where you're just like, this is definitely the correct answer. I hate QR codes too. Most of all, how comfortable restaurants are giving you those instead of menus. Yeah. Yeah, I have no interest in that. There's a restaurant at one of the hotels on the Vegas Strip that like I've gone to a few times. It's a nice restaurant. I like it. It's gotten a little worse under like new management or something in the past few years. But like at some point they were like, yes, we have a woman here at this kiosk that was definitely originally constructed to like, you know, queue up parties and like sort out who would be let into the restaurant and whatever. But you have to go through a QR code now, and the QR code like doesn't work for anyone. It just like this just like increasing like mob of people was like gathering in front of the restaurant, and we're just like, can you just like put our names down or like let us in or something? They're like, well, it's really got to go through this iPad. I'm too incompetent to comprehend anything. I think this is right. I think maybe I understand this. It's not good. It's not interesting. This feels like a crystallization of what is really dragging down this last stretch of the game for me. Is it feels like we could have been at a point where we could have like done a cool run through the end of the game and had fun with it, but they were like, no, I want like 3 more hours of gameplay. And it's like, no, just like it's the corn thing. Like, not all of the puzzles need to be the hardest puzzle I've ever done. Some of the puzzles can just be a fun thing that we do because we understand puzzles. That sometimes we can just enjoy being smart. It's like when you make like a tabletop role-playing game and every enemy is a boss. It's like, no, sometimes you should just beat like 5 like low-level thieves or something just to show off the fact that you have like burgeoning like superhero-esque powers. So this is Droopy H. Which is middle right, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down 2. What do I have it at now? Should be over 1. And then this is -8. I'm sorry. 90.9%? You can go to the Shadow Realm with that noise. Are you kidding me? This is, yeah, -H. That's 6 over. Is this right? No, it should be over 1. I think that is correct. Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing. Evidently, I have no idea what I'm doing. Because by my reckoning, these are all in the correct place now. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should they all be up 1 or something? Maybe they should all be up 1. That might possibly be true. Regardless of what the solution of this is, I think this is a genuinely... Like, there are puzzles that I will complain about being bad because I don't enjoy them or I don't think they give enough context to the player for it not to seem random, etc. I think this is just a genuinely badly designed puzzle. Like, like, even, like, understanding what it is, I genuinely don't think it's, like, interesting at all. Here's $1 for me. Okay. 2014. In a square, in a circle. What? Oh. Okay. I think I get it. These are probably rotated, and I have to reflect that with the shape on the wall, probably. This, I think, would be somewhere... Is this middle right? No, it could be bottom right or bottom middle. Does it have like a long nether gate in it? No. So then that makes it... Yeah, I think this is lower right. Yeah. And it's upside down. Hi-os. Why is that? Oh, that's what's gonna open. Yeah, was there $1 in here? Nah. I think I just happened to find the $1 twice without really... Okay, this one seems easier. This is... It's got like the big spiral in it. I should know which one that one is. Can that make it somewhere on the right? Yeah, it's on the right. And the... I think it's also upside down. Yeah, I think so. This one's kind of hard to see, huh? Big lengthwise plus. Big lengthwise plus. Can I see that somewhere obvious? I mean, I'm pretty sure none of them are used twice, but I haven't been mapping which ones I've used for the puzzles, so like that's not great for me. Not that, it's not that, it's not that, it's not that. It's this thing. Oh, it's just really hard to look at this. Okay, what about that shape? That shape's got to be easy enough to find. Yeah, okay. This is bottom left. And it's not upside down. It's... Hold on. Right side up would be like this. So it's rotated... clockwise one? I'm not like 1,000% sure what the... Let me look at it again. I think I have this backwards. I think I should turn this to the right. Pretty sure I'm looking at the right one, aren't I? I don't think this shape appears anywhere else. But it is rotated. The top of this thing is to the way this is presented on the board is that the right side is the top. So then, no, I think I had it right before. Did I mess up one of these other ones? This is... What do you mean press up? I did it. Are you proud? No, in the thingy. What? 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 Why would I know that's there? Why would I know that's there? What is that supposed to represent? Man, that sucks. I think these... Oh boy, what incredible tedium. So if this was purely upside down, then the thing I'm looking at would be on the left side. God, this is really painful. It'd be like up. Which it's not. So this should be flipped? No. Okay. That was good enough. I maintain I have no idea how I would know that. Oh, good. Right on time. Laser eye. Should probably take that first. Why do they both have a laser eye? And neither one has two laser eyes? Why is that? Why do that be that way? What's going on here, by the way? The, like, not where I... Oh, hey, it's an owl. Like, a scene in the script of man, here sleeps the owl with one eye open. Like, a scene in the script of man. Okay, hold on. Script of man. So, the first set of script pages refers to Lorenzo as man. Does one of them talk about a sleeping owl? I don't remember. Can't risk the lasers crossing. It just, but it just seems like one person should have two laser eyes. I mean, I'm skimming because I don't want to go over these again, but like... Hey. There's Rudy. Maze. Rudy in the maze. Rudy in the blowfish. Old man's body. Rudy the man. Prop window placed. It's a lot of numbers. Still not seeing a reference to a sleeping owl. This might not be right, but I don't know what it's referring to, and this feels like a first place to start. This is very riveting stuff. Trying to find an owl in a haystack. This brings us to the aphoristic bird of the hour. No? No. Cat's clock. This is when we call like the producers or something. This does not appear to be it. It's entirely from philosophy. Has to play their part. Bumper cars. Nope. Okay, well, I got nothing out of that. Could you write this down in your mind palace, you wretch? Graphic memory. Where would that even go? Not signs. this is actually also a really annoying thing about this point in the game, is that the game really teaches you that you can rely on it to save information so you don't have to backtrack to places, and then like for some reason it just stopped at a certain point. It just said like, nah, like you might have to just like backtrack or whatever. Not Mind Palace, not important. That doesn't seem to be true. But also in a game where like nearly all of the text is important, just like throwing in like a flavor text sign at the 11th hour doesn't seem great. That's not like a particularly useful shortcut. So I want... Yeah, I should go to the maze, I guess. The answer is still 4, by the way. That hasn't changed in like an hour and 20 minutes. Okay, touch my face. Go into basement. Add liquid eye. Sure it's not tampons? Okay, fine. This really feels like the tampon should be useful here. If you put the eye in the wrong one, does it explode or like kill you like that Zelda enemy or whatever? So that's gonna give me like stairs? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Only a small portion of the inscription is legible. That doesn't appear to be true. Truth of the Minotaur, deeper below. Eyes of the dead, red tears. Hey, game, are you drunk? That's not what's written on here. That's written in a different room. Like... Having completed this task, there's more context for this. See, I'm really concerned. This feels like this needs to go... This really seems like this has to go in my Mind Palace somewhere. Like, it feels like super crazy important. Like, you're gonna tell me, like, note tied to brick is important, but, like, this... Oh, here it is. Patterns and inscriptions. Okay, great. Okay, let's leave this terrible place. Okay, bye. And now we will go back to the first floor. I'm gonna guess that I'm... Now, I know I've already cracked 90% in a previous save file, but I'm gonna go ahead and guess that I am 88.4% done the game. I know that doesn't make sense, but that's exactly why that's my guess. Here, I guess? What are we at? 91.7. That's not great news. Hey, buddy. Allowing my contemplation. So, under patterns and inscriptions, we have the Minotaur statue. I think it's important to... I think we have to decode these now that I'm like really thinking about it. D34, 3AA, B3D. That's a fun one. It's like it spells bed. So let's go to software errors. Not this. Yep, that's one of them. So that is forest error message 2. And that is, here, let's do it this way. This sucks. Forest error 2. Let's find the others and do this mess all at once. So 3 is not relevant. This was relevant earlier, but not now. 1cc. That's hallway error 2. D34. That's hallway error 3. Now, 3AA. That is library error 1. Okay, now we go to documents, report. I wonder which one of these is which. Forest prototype. I need error 2. That is delta. Delta. Then I need hallway. I need 2 and 3. So that's okay. What does Z look like? That is a Greek letter I don't have familiarity with. D. No, I have a thing I can look at. So no. I need, yeah, this is C and this is omega. And then I need library error 1, which is psi. Okay, so book. It really starts to feel like these puzzles are more about busy work than like demonstrating mastery of skills or whatever. Lost track of what this thing is that I want. It's here somewhere, right? My brain is just refusing to see it. Is it not books? I thought it was books. Is it documents? It's not documents. Oh, here it is. Z. Z is some weird lines. Omega, I know. Phi is trident. Thinking of phi, and then delta is triangle, the most powerful shape in Basel. Okay, choose above all. So this is Z. Omega, psi, delta. You have done nothing to illuminate me on what that means. The perseverance in your heart has proven great. Well, I don't know that I would say that. You have reached the center once more. Beyond the mirror ahead exists another reality. Oh my god, is it Castlevania Symphony of the Night? I think I'll die. Broken from whence you came, unbroken by the powers of truth. The red gallery is beyond and below. It houses the 3 symbols of truth you seek. But know that the passing of time rearranges all. What does that mean? Construct their original arrangement in your mind's eye. Paint the 3 symbols of truth in your memory. Return through the looking glass once more when you believe yourself done. That's like an extremely unhelpful amount of information to provide to me. Can I go save before I do this? Because apparently time makes fools of us all or something. I really don't like the implication that, like, time is gonna change the symbols. Either means this is timed. Oh, good, look. Neat, I guess. How about the other way? Maybe not. Guess we'll go downstairs. Oh, good. A sign. The first symbol, red paint. You can keep trying to conceal this in all possible manners, make up your stories, or tell it like it never was, but the truth is right before your eyes if you want to see it. I don't really have context for what the symbols, like what it should look like. Eh? The third symbol. It's time to end this constant rearrangement of history. This is your last chance to make peace with the truth before you go. See, I feel like that's not... I don't feel like this game has set up for the promise of that sign. That we're, like, making peace with something. Like, this isn't Sexy Brutale or something where, like, the whole game is about that. Okay, I don't, like... let's do it this way. North. Right. North, center, southeast, white. Second symbol we have not seen. Third symbol. Still, third time hasn't made fool of me yet. So third symbol is north, northwest, west, southwest. All right, white. I don't know if the way that my movement reflects on the screen is important to that, but I don't have enough context to know that. The second symbol, you keep mixing things up. Stop playing games. This is the same as the first symbol, which is problematic. I don't know. Don't know. But, like, where would I put them? Where would I paint this? It's very annoying. Hi, Neko. Welcome back. Wait, is there an easel in the front yard? No, there's not, I guess. But what do I do then? Nothing can be saved now. You're in too deep. Okay, that's nice. What confusing puzzle are we doing this time? What a fantastic question, Neko. I'm sorry, did you expect an answer to that? We answered the riddle of the Minotaur, and then we were told that we could find the symbols of truth in here and that we should paint them. Can I not save it all from now on? I doubt it, because despite playing for like 3 hours, I've progressed the game like 2%. So I don't think it expects me to do the entire last, like, 8% of the game that way. Other way. I mean, other way for that door, sure. But, like, I still need... I'm pretty sure I can't beat this game without the 1953 key, as it turns out. I mean, sure, we could try to save. Yeah, I think it's just because we were in, like, the meta maze within a maze or something. I don't know. So just painting everything, the corridors are garish. It's a little much. I'm not sure the wallpaper's helping anything. Okay, I'm hanging right. Oh boy. This section of the game is really painful. It's rough. It's rough going. Like they've really set their intentions on like spacing out the puzzles like real bad. And I don't think that benefits the game experience. I feel like we're far enough along, we should feel like we're wrapping it up. Like, it shouldn't feel like we've created a whole new axis of puzzle with this, like, painting the symbol of truth or something. Hanging right. Just notice Lorelai's hair is shaped like a cinnamon bun. It is, that is true. That might be a puzzle. Write that down, Neko. Also, the answer is 4. I think this is just key, okay. Right. Because she's so sweet. I mean, she's sort of devoid of personality. Oh, crap. What is this? Did you do all the questions in here? No. That's why I'm doing this. I literally am missing a key from the maze. Not even sure if I have the answer to that guy. Whoever has that key. Like, it'd be cool if I didn't have to do this ever again now that I found the Minotaur, but I'm doing this because I have to do this again. Despite having found the Minotaur. Which, like, again, I don't know, like a merciful game designer would allow there to be some kind of shortcut. Like, also, honestly, like, I think a big faux pas in this maze is having non-essential dudes for dollar prizes. Like, I don't think that's a good addition to the maze. I feel like the maze should give you exactly the number of questions as there are, like, things you need to do in this maze. Merciful game designer wouldn't make everything magenta. I mean, just everything in this possible version of reality. Of which there are needlessly many. Oh, God. Been going right for so long. Now, for some reason, I keep having the sensation that, like, a trapdoor is just gonna open under me. Awesome. Very good. Alright, keep going right. Keep following that right wall. Right was clearly the incorrect choice. There's just no way. I don't know. Certainly making puzzle games is like a really amorphous art. I finding the balance between making something like difficult and insanely frustrating is inherently challenging, especially because it's going to be different for like every player. But I feel like even with like successful puzzle games in recent years, there's been this like weird, like obsessive need to like prolong the gratification of like having done the thing. And it's like, no, like sometimes I swear to God, it's fine that you just like solve the puzzle and like get a treat. You know, like not every puzzle we don't have to play Quern again. Like it doesn't have to be the case that every puzzle must be mandated to be the most annoying version of itself at all times. Well, this right wall is horrendous. I'm not a fan. The left wall simply has to be better. I know. Now that I've come this far, I should start backtracking so that I can take the left. That will be quicker, right? Oh, God. Come on. I passed one? Not on the right wall, I didn't. Gameplay. Content. Ever see those microbot maze solvers? No, I don't think I know what that is. How would you input a maze for... Hey, it's a guy. Mm-hmm. How many mannequins stand in the room behind the revolver door? Truth above all, it's 2. It's $1. This is to my earlier point. Just don't feel like that needed to be... Oh, good. Hi. Uh-huh. How many years did Lorenzo the Great walk on this earth? Let me my contemplation. So, like... 49, I guess. Feels like it shouldn't be as simple as that, but 49? For some reason, I remembered that letter being like, I have walked, like, some number of years on this earth, and I thought it was like a word problem. He's gone now. Oh, look! It's $1. I can imagine having more fun here if I weren't just collecting some dollars. Hey, buddy. Uh-huh. What date? Honestly, I know it's 4, and I'm still gonna check it. Because I don't trust that stuff. Someone's journal. Yeah, it's the 4th. It would be the 4th. Uh-huh. Correctly answered all the brothers' questions all while something. Wait. Wait, though. That can't be right. That can't be right. Where's the key? Where's the key? in a window, but 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 I've been to them. I've been to all the windows. Window is where a pedestal is. You overestimate. Did you miss the last like 20 minutes where I was following the right wall of the maze to avoid having to like no? Oh well, okay, that's okay. See, now that's very problematic because the fact that I've ended up here means that I have circumvented the entire maze and I did not see a key anywhere. I missed 3. That's literally not remotely possible. Because I've been through... Have I not been through 8 doors? I'm missing 1 key, I'm almost certain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. I'm missing 1953. I've been in every other door. I can't be missing 3. You walk by 3. Yeah, but none of them had the key visible. There's like a visible key to let you know that there's a key there. That's how it works. Again, I just feel like if we didn't put dollars in here, I'd be having a better time. It wouldn't, like, be a night and day change to make me appreciate this maze, which ages like milk the longer I spend interacting with it, for sure. It's definitely a milk maze. It's a milky red maze. Does anyone like that? Does anyone like the milky red maze? This wouldn't be so bad if I had the overhead view like I do in, like, the red maze. Like, the actual capital R, capital M red maze. Like the magenta maze more than raincoat, at least. Well, I guess that's something. No, so this is really disingenuous to say that I could, because I can catch a glimpse of this, but I can't navigate by this the same way I can by getting the overhead view. Because, oh look, now I'm not seeing where I'm going, so I turn a corner and I have to, like... I'm just gonna do it all over again backwards, like the three-headed Norwegian troll taught me to do in Epcot many a year ago. It doesn't make sense to me that the key I'm missing wasn't behind a question, though. Because that would mean that it was, like, never behind a question? I don't think that's ever been true before. I also don't think it's ever been a troubadour. It's not this one. So the doors are like the exits to the maze, like paths that lead to, like, outside the maze? Is that the correlation? Still don't know what the stress and caffeine levels affect. See, I hate that you've mentioned that. I mean, the caffeine level lets you know if you can still go fast after drinking coffee. The stress level, it's gonna be bad. Each doorway is a segment divider. Yeah, okay, that makes enough sense. It's not this one. What do you mean by you can still go fast after coffee? Why does it not let you go fast at all times? That's like a really good question that I can't answer for you. Other than to say that it's the same people who made the milky red maze and the stupid nonagon tablet. People whose opinions I am dubious of. They were like, hey, the players should have to spend 10 of their optional US dollars to, like, gain access to coffee that only sometimes lets them go fast. Past one. Okay, but, like, you understand that if I... You understand what's happening, correct? You understand what's happening, right? That if I hop off the path, then I don't know if I've checked everything. It's not this one. No, I mean, like, the only way this navigational system works is if you don't stop doing it. That's what I mean. Like, ruling out every possible place to be in a maze by following one wall continuously only works if you do it continuously. If you, like, hop off the path and go check for an interesting thing, you can start missing stuff. That's how the system works. This is north, I guess. Or middle, maybe? I think when this is all said and done, I'm gonna be able to, like, trace the maze from memory. But I won't remember my niece or nephew's names. It's not this one. I think that was like southwest. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that it's really relevant because, like, I can't easily navigate my way back to any particular place, even if I narrowed it down. But also, like, the point of doing this way is so that, like, you don't have to navigate. South? I wish it's keeping track. I really don't know to what end. Like, it just doesn't seem useful. This is... I don't know what this is. East. east? It's something east. Southeast? Consistent path is bringing you satisfaction. Well, I'm glad it's doing it for someone. At this point, I do long for death. The sweet embrace of death. I yearn for the mines. So pretty sure I'm back at the beginning. So something is wrong. I mean, it definitely wasn't like all the windows. Northwest and east. But the problem is that, like, I mean, I know that this system doesn't work under some specific design issue, but I thought it required there to be like an entirely closed off space for this not to work. I mean, it wouldn't be hard to do that, but like it doesn't look to me like it is based on my admittedly limited understanding of how that works. All right, so like we are here in the dead center of the room. If we head south and then take our second left and then head as straight as possible. No, that's just like not. The gaps on the map are like causing my brain to hemorrhage. Because I'm like, why don't I just take that straight path, like right up the maze that connects everything? I hope this doesn't break the stream. Welcome, screenshot to monitor 1. Okay. So we are there. Oh no, I can't see my face. What hardship. Okay. So yes, we are here. So we're going to go to down, and that's the dead end, and this is the left. And then we're going to go straight until we hit the wall. It should look like this. And then we're going to go... We're just going to follow this path around. And that puts me like hereabouts. I'm going to walk until I hit the dead end here to make sure I'm understanding this, which I am. And then I need to go... I need northwest and east. Okay. So we are here at the T. And then we have to go... Oh, no, that doesn't connect at all. No, I have to go... I see. Wait. Okay. I think if I turn around and go straight to this other wall, then I can follow this to a big corner. Yeah, east is like the furthest point from the center of the maze, if that makes any sense. I'm pretty sure that's true, or at least close to true. So we just sort of like follow this in as straight a line as possible. Where are we at? We're below the center, so we're probably like there. And if we, yeah, we just skirt around this, and we follow this around. And where am I now? I'm there, so if I go straight and then right, there's like a window in here, but like it's not the one we want, but I know where I am. And then to follow this up. Yeah, okay. We'll just follow this up and take the left when we see it. And that should take us actually to a little dead end. Yeah, like through here. And then back around this way. And then if we hang the left, it's not this one. So it's east, I guess. Demolition is correct because we're currently at northwest. So we head down to here. And we hit the wall and go right. And then we take our next left. So now we're there. And I want to go... I should go right around this. And then it should expand in an annoying way. And I should endeavor to go this way. And then I need to go left to the wall. And then if I go down and take a left. Okay, that's east. So if we go back up through here and then here, hit this wall, we'll go up and around. I think I overshot it. I should turn right and then turn right again? Where am I? I think I should be north. Where is this taking me, though? This is taking me further west. So now I'm where I thought I was a minute ago. So if I go in here, there's this. So this is north. Okay. I go right. And then this hits a dead end and curves. And then I need to go left. And in here. This is big curly Q loop. Okay, this is northwest. So this is northeast. So east, northeast, north, and northwest are all out. You said all the souths were out. We think we did center. It should actually be relatively easy to check center. Maybe the key was the journey in the maze all along. Maybe the key was the One Piece, which is the name of the treasure in the Grand Line. Okay, so we just like sort of follow this until we hit a dead end. Which is at the end of this hall. Great. And we do left, left, right. Now pass through the eye of the needle, or whatever. Follow this along until we can turn left. Okay, now we have to take our next left takes us to there. So I need the one after that. So I left here. And then I take my next right, and that should take us to the one that is in center maze. And it's not that. So it's not east, northeast, north, northwest, or center for sure. We passed some along the way. I wasn't taking specific note of these, and by that I simply mean on this specific journey. So this takes us back up. Then we need a left. And with the wall, so if I go right, and I transition to northwest. Then I go up and around, and then to the right to bridge over to take another right. And then this leads me to west. Here we ignore our first left and west. If here is not a place, then this key must not be mine. So I want... I'm at this wall, so I'll turn left. Then it's sort of... Yeah, it's like a soft dead end. And then take this down and hug the right wall. Marble Snap is banned due to the TikTok ban? Tell me more about this. That's very surprising to me. Why would that be true? So that would take me to there. If I go straight and then follow this around the corner, that leads me to south. Then I just like follow the bottom wall for south for a really long time. Romance hosted apps hosted in adversary countries. Where's Marvel Snap hosted? I know it has like American developers, unless that's changed since it started, because I haven't kept up with it in fairness. So now we are in east. And I need to take this left. And that hits me there. And then I go around this little nub. And that puts me... I take the left path to the center of the maze. And with this, I should never have to do that again. Owned by a Chinese company. I mean, that's fair enough, but that sounds like a slightly different designation than what was cited previously. I'm going to close this forever. Don't save it, I hate you. Let's go to the mall. What time is it? Yeah, we'll see about this door. Ban went into effect 25 minutes ago. Really? For some reason I thought it was after the weekend. I want to go to 2. No, the part that's different isn't that... I understand that China is considered an adversary. That's the whole reason behind the TikTok situation in the first place. But being owned by a company and being hosted there are not the same thing. Those are two different things. Like, Marvel Strike Force is owned by like a Saudi Arabian interest group, I think. I don't know where it's hosted. It's a game my sister used to work on. As far as I know, that hasn't been affected. Actually, I'm not entirely sure if we consider Saudi Arabia hostile. I don't think they're an ally, but I don't know if they're hostile. MSF is American. I mean, in terms of hosting, maybe. It's definitely not owned by an American company, is my understanding. Not this way. Maybe that way? This way. Hey, I don't know. Why don't we try the 1953 key? Okay, we're still talking past each other anime. I'm saying that there's a distinction between owning something and hosting it. Like for example, Twitch.tv suggests, doesn't the .tv suggest that it is a Transylvanian domain name or something like that? So like Twitch is like an American company that's like a subsidiary of Amazon, but it's like hosted through Transylvania or something. I don't know. Tetvaria. It's like it's a country extension. That's fun. Well, I need 3. It's unfortunate that these are all very similar looking. It's Tuvalu. Alright, but pedantics aside, you understand what I mean, right? It is another country. Twitch is, as far as I know, always been an American company even after it sailed to Amazon. But the domain is like hosted on like a website that's not in the US. Therefore, is a distinction. The information that was provided to me originally was because the Marvel Snap app was hosted in China. No, that's why they did it. Okay, can we... It's like really late. Do we want to make progress or do we all want to be huge nerds? Because this is a branching point. Progress. Okay, so can we accept that what I'm saying is not factually incorrect? What I'm saying is, what was said was that it was hosted by a foreign country. And I was like, what country? Because it has American developers and I haven't heard anything about this. Okay, great. The conversation is over. We're not allowed to talk about it anymore. Everyone's saying like, oh, no, 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 no. Great, it's done. We're just not talking about it anymore. Okay, I think I get it. I may not understand it at all. I get that the arrows represent... I mean, okay. I'm gonna go look at the puzzle box to know what the input for the puzzle box is. This will make this a shorter process. I need to go to 1, I think. To the Renzo room. Not this one. This one. Oh my god. Turn. This one. Well, this is the one that's closed. So the inputs are the bust in the room. Okay. Okay. Pretty sure that's wrong. Okay. Okay, so 5 is looking at bust from its left, which would be second from the right side. Oh my god. 1953. 5 equals second from right. Got it. Okay. So I think 3 is 1, 2, 3, 4 from the right. I think it's like, yeah. The thing that was confusing is I didn't notice the arrows at first. I think we're looking straight on at woman face for 3. So I think that is 4th from the right. I'll double check that when we come all the way back around. Right. Okay. Don't care about 6. Don't care about 7. Don't care about 8. 9 is dude from left. Dude's face from left, which is first from the left. Don't care about 0. I mean, also... No, I don't need to know man or woman for this. Man from behind. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4 from the left. Make note of that, even though that shouldn't matter. So, man from behind, man from the left. I guess it's from the right. Yeah. I feel good about these. I'll go plug them in and then find out I'm wrong. Didn't even bother to recheck 3. Because there's actually a straightaway up the stairs. I might as well drink some coffee, I guess. The running's like not even good in this game. That's what makes it frustrating. Like you have to pay for it and then it's like not good. Oh, I hate this corner box. Okay. Fourth from left. First from left. Second from right, 4th from right. Great. Dropping out of university in 1953 was not something that resonated well with her parents, but she was at heart an artisan, and during the early 50s, she tirelessly worked with her art puzzle boxes while living on commission work, ranging from designs for large corporations to a new logo for her favorite cafe, Tromeln, which she frequented for many years. I'm assuming Tromeln is the key word there. Tromeln. Also, I feel like this ignores the historical context that, like, in the 50s... I mean, I guess she dropped out of school to not become, like, a kept woman, but, like, I feel like in the 50s, it would have been like, cool, go get married instead. No, I went too far. Hello. Ahem. Yep. Sure. 11, mouse, 6 and backward 6, wide 8. Understood. Okay, that did in fact accomplish help the old woman see. The truth is very close, young woman. That's all you got for me? Girl, please. That literally didn't do anything for me, huh? I mean... I thought it would do something. think it's just the supercomputer? Am I missing something? It doesn't seem to take into account the symbols of truth or whatever. Well, I suppose there's a save file down there. I'm not convinced that I can log into the supercomputer. I mean, I know the username. I don't know the password or the configuration or whatever the third thing is called. Are you suggesting that, like, from here, there would still be, like, 2 or more hours of gameplay? It's genuinely hard to tell on the progress scale because we made, like 7% progress and, like, checked off, like, every item on our to-do list. Okay, if that's true, I'm not going to bother with this. That we can be done. The correct answer is enter, enter, enter. This is it and should take 1 to 4 hours. That's a wild assertion. Although, given that I feel like I have no idea what to do, yeah, probably. Login failed. Unbelievable. C'est incroyable. So, just want to, like... It's weird that there's still a whole unknown category. Like, a bunch of these feel like they don't... Like, it feels like all these visions should have something to do with logging into the supercomputer. But, like, most of them don't. Maybe all of them. Like, what's going on here? This is just rectangles. It's just rectangles? I don't know what to tell you. It's just 4 rectangles? I'll tell you what, I haven't tried entering password as the password. It's been a uniquely frustrating experience. There's like a lot of little things I don't like about how that section plays out. Like, I have like a personal gripe with the backyard thing. I don't think that's really self-evident. The like Greek letter 9 thing, I don't even think that mattered at all. Cause like the solution to that was to like put both the eyes in and then cipher the debug codes for different Greek letters back into a sequence. So like that doesn't matter, but it's still like a weird choice that I feel like I would not do. There's just like it sort of it dovetails with the fact that we ended the last stream and I was like, I don't know what, like, I feel like I either have a solution and don't know what to do with it, or, like, can't progress anything. And then it's just like the revolver room, which has to be solved by that backyard puzzle I don't like, is literally the key to like essentially every other thing except I have no real explanation for like why I missed that key in the maze, other than like something about the maze design. I don't know. Would you like the last categories? They're missable. No, that's fine. Just like there was a key. Yeah, we had like I literally like broke down and like took a screenshot of the maze map so I could use it while walking, and then checked like 7 of the zones it could be in, and it was just in the west one or something. So that's how we got into the room with the TV and all the busts. And then we input that in the last puzzle box and got a weird name and set it to her. And then the game told us that we restored her sight, and all she says to us is, "The truth is nearby," and that's it. That's all we got. And now, like, the only thing on our to-do list is log into the supercomputer, and I have, like, the username and, like, nothing else. It is a 3-step process. And I have, like, a bunch of clues that I don't understand at all. And, like, if there's, like, a reasonable way to piece them together, I'm interested in that. If we're gonna require like a bunch of logical leaps that don't have like resources in the game to back them up, it's probably going to be an intensely frustrating time. Is Lorelai getting paid for these hours of nonsense? I don't know. I feel like, despite the fact that I complain that this game isn't sexy brutale, I would not be surprised with the whole like recursive time loop thing, that like ultimately none of this is really happening or something. Yeah, I think about Sexy Brutale a lot. For some reason, I've been thinking a lot about it recently. That game was like really good. It wasn't perfect. It had some weird stuff in it, and like I feel like they didn't tie up the narrative quite as nicely as I would like. But I really like the premise of it, and like the exploring of the manor, and like the puzzles at large were pretty good. That game is good. Yeah, I don't know. Like, some of it is subjective. Some of it is that I just got tilted at a certain point. But like, there's just many things about that segment of trying to solve those puzzles that like I was not enthusiastic about. You said that I didn't have the same appreciation for the ending that I did. It's not that I don't like the ending. I feel like they just didn't tie it up the way I wanted it to. Like, the general idea of the ending, I think, is really good. My recollection is that, like, I felt like there was kind of a big leap from, like, where we ended following the narrative threads to, like, the ending the game presented. But, like, the fact that, like, I don't know, the sort of like allegories in play for like grief and forgiveness and things like that I thought were really effective, and I liked the way the game mechanics tied into it. There was something about like literally like the way they did the ending that felt like it stretched something a little bit too far for me. I don't know. I'm definitely worried about the end of this game, I guess, is sort of my conclusion. I'm just not convinced that the information I have is going to lead to like a set. Like, I actually meant to say this like yesterday. I think by the start of yesterday's stream, I was of the mindset that like, while I've enjoyed the majority of this game and have largely appreciated its narrative structure, I don't expect to like the ending of this game. I feel like I'm almost guaranteed to like just either not care about it or be mad about it. Like, I just don't feel like we've built up to something that I think I'm likely to be excited about. That won't, for a game like this, I don't think that necessarily is like a full scale indictment. It's just sort of like my expectation, and I could certainly be proven wrong. It's just, I mean, this game has definitely enjoyed delving into like avant-garde with its scripts and its like non-linear time and its like whispered riddles and like nonsensical quips and things, and like those are sort of fun in moderation, but it is kind of the foundation we built the story on, which doesn't leave a lot of like solid concrete base to build on. But like, yeah, I don't know, I mean, like, like there's definitely some element of like I feel like we're trying to stretch out the end. Like it feels like, because I already had a sense of like what the majority of these puzzles were going to be like, it probably shouldn't have taken like over 3 hours to get them done. I mean, there was some weird stuff, like obviously we spent like a bunch of time in the maze, but like, again, like there are things I think we could do to mitigate like a scavenger hunt within a maze. Like I think I said earlier during this playthrough that like in the late 80s and the early 90s, and like the heyday of adventure games, it became this like toxic meme of like when a developer just wanted a game to be longer because they didn't put in enough game, they would just put a maze in and it usually wasn't good. And like, maze used in moderation, cool. Like the red maze itself, I don't really have a problem with it. I genuinely think like basically everything about the red maze, other than the choice to put like a weird tablet that seems important but is indecipherable. Like again, like adding this like weird late game flavor text that wasn't like established as a thing earlier in the game, and in fact most documents you look at contain at least one piece of essential information. It strikes me as a weird choice. I would not do that myself personally. But like the red maze itself was fine. The only thing I really like about the quiz club is the idea that like you use that information that otherwise would be flavor text to have like a mechanical benefit to encourage you to look through that and to experience the game in this weird non-linear way that they presented it. I think that's a relatively effective way to do it. I think that hiding those questions and important game pieces in a maze is an annoying way to do it. And then I think there's like a matter of scale. Is like if you go through the entire maze and find one important key, that's not really a big deal in the scheme of things. You just solved the maze one time. Find 9 disparate keys and then also like a weird Minotaur riddle that has to be deciphered into multiple different languages. It's a little heavy. And I just, by that, I mean, like, I feel like we're delving into the Quern territory. And, like, Quern, a game I played last year? God, was that last year? Oh. It's a puzzle game that looks very similar to, like, how you would expect Myst to have been made in, I think the game originally came out in, like, 2016 or 2017 or something like that. But, like, it feels like, in a lot of ways, what, like, a modern Myst game would be imagined like. But in reality, it had this like weird tendency to just like make it so you would end up solving the same puzzle like repeatedly. Like it didn't matter how much you demonstrated like an understanding of the system or even the specific puzzle you were working on now. Like it just felt like you would solve the puzzle and then they'd be like, great, do the puzzle slightly different. And you do it again. They'd be like, cool, do it like backwards now. And then you do it backwards and they'd be like, great. And then you have to do like some other thing on like the opposite side of an island to then like finally understand that like you can now open a door somewhere that didn't unlock or seem connected to the thing you just did. Like it just like it took like what should have been like, I solved the puzzle, hooray, and made it into like, all right, okay, no, I'm sick of it, I'm sick of this, it's not fun anymore. And I feel like that's kind of what we've done in the late game of Lorelei as well. The individual components largely haven't been that frustrating, but the fact that like I felt percentage wise like I was likely to at least get close to the game without like wanting to like take a long walk off a short pier, and then just everything felt like it was the labors of Hercules. Like I just it just really it crushed my spirit in a way I didn't think this game intended to do. I'm not sure if it intended to do, but it succeeded at it. And yeah, Quern definitely, it does feel like it's been 83 years since Quern. I think we finished it in like May or something. I think it's on my list of games I finished last year. You notice. I don't think it was subtle. I don't think the loss of enthusiasm was remotely subtle. Anyone who's been here for this stream, I think, is like keenly aware of it. Yeah, 2025 is gonna be rough. But hey, at least we don't have to play Quern. In theory, we have that Raincoat DLC that Neko's been really bugging me about. Maybe we could play that at some point. Very end here is the one time you had to use a guide besides the one SC Bolt puzzle. Yeah, I mean, it's so, you know, I'm not saying that, like, I haven't gotten any help here throughout this playthrough. There's always... It's time... I don't understand why you use that sound effect, Neko. I think you meant, I don't know, somewhat effective or something. Anyway, it's tough, right? Because, like, when you stream a game, it's not in a vacuum, right? Like, you can't realistically spend 2 hours, even if you want to, just staring at one thing. Sometimes you can try, and then chat gets antsy, which I understand. It's just, like, not a good viewing experience, right? So, like, you know, there's a couple of times where, like, if I was playing a game by myself, I'd probably, like, wait a little bit longer to, like, try and force something through, as long as I was enjoying it. Sometimes if I get into, like, a puzzle game and I get, like, halfway through and I just start hating it, then I'll be like, nah, the second I get stuck, I'm just gonna look up a walkthrough. I feel like I want to know, like, what the end of this crap is, but, like, it hasn't earned my care. And I don't know. Like, I don't know how long I would have been staring at that backyard thing. Yeah. I mean, I feel like if we are working on this puzzle for like 3 hours, I feel like that's where I'm gonna be. I mean, it's a thing where, like, conceptually I like the idea that all puzzles lead to one super complicated puzzle, but I think it's, like, much more difficult to make that a good experience than it sounds like it is. And, you know, strictly speaking, that's not even entirely what we've done here, because it's only, like 9 puzzles led to 9 pieces of information that are, like, part of a puzzle. And then a separate, like, 5 pieces of information gave us the login. And I'm not, like, 100% sure what the year thing is. I feel like if I stare at the screen for, like, an hour, I'll probably be able to figure out that connection. It's probably going to involve, like, going through a bunch of the written material to try and figure out, like, what events happened with, like, Renate and what events happened with, like, Renzo and Lorelei when she was programming the Aku3 and then the present or something. If they had a back and map button, it'd be better. I'm not, as much as I've gotten lost in this house, I'm not even sure that the map button is essential. It certainly would help in the maze. I'll say that freely. But, like, the back button, I think, would be a big boon to the game. I mean, the NES had, like, 2 buttons. Had, like, 2 face buttons. Like, I don't think it would have killed this game to have 2 buttons. Like, I like the simplicity of 1 button. I will say for the record, and, you know, this was offered in the vacuum of not knowing what I was trying to do for Halloween, but I know that when I was saying I was looking for a simplistic game to play on Halloween, to do the Twitch Play scenario with. I'm pretty sure Demolition you had suggested this game, but given the sheer quantity of like mind-numbing navigation, like I think that would have been worse than trying to do the race and costume quest, like in knowing what all we know now. um yeah, I guess next Friday we'll try to finish this. I'm not optimistic. I'm not. I'm not particularly optimistic for the ending, and I'm not optimistic that I will finish this in like 4 hours. But we'll see how that plays out. Check it out. This room is full of stuff. There's friends. Someone's hiding a Squirtle. Can you find the Squirtle? There may be more than one Squirtle. Finding a secret Squirtle is an omen of good luck. And as this week is about to start on a bad note, like, I encourage you to try and find a Squirtle. Firefly. I assume you mean the Pokemon? We do still have 3 foxes out. Fox. Just because it wasn't chosen much. Yeah. I'll leave if Castle, by the way. Hi Castle, I appreciate your single contribution of noting how long it's been since we played Corn, which was eternity. Okay, let's go look at some this. So we got Donut Dragon, very good Valentine's Day friend. I think this one was from 2 years ago, maybe last year. Not a Squirtle, I'm afraid. Is Hans the Porcupine. Dragonite. Also not a Squirtle. It's our Valentine's themed hamster, Bravo. These two sort of hint at our theme tonight. Can you figure it out? Demolition Head guest. Vulpix, and she's got a little something on her back. Look, it's a Squirtle. And Neko suggested Carlos. He also has a Squirtle. I love dragons. No. So last night we had where there was like a common matching trend, there would be a Squirtle behind both of them. Today I did the opposite. Whoever was the odd one out had a Squirtle behind them. So both of these dragons didn't have Squirtles. But Woodstock does, because they were on the shelf together. These two are dragons, and Woodstock is a bird. On the bottom shelf, we had 2 characters with winter hats, and Carlos who didn't, and so he had a Squirtle. And then up on the top ridge, we had 2 tentacle aquatic friends, and then Vulpix. And Vulpix is not an aquatic tentacle friend, and so she had Squirtle. Yeah, exactly. 2 pirates and 2 dragons. So we've got a Squirtle behind our fox on the top, and not behind our pirates. Almost Year of the Snake. You should find a snake plushie to celebrate. I don't think a snake would make a very good Squishmallow, although I think it does technically exist. No. I haven't had many. I have like a snake wristband. It's a long story. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. I know this has been grueling. I hope you found some way to enjoy this. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being you. And I hope to see you again soon. We're going to try and wrap this up next Friday. I don't think that's going to happen. We'll see. In the meantime, enjoy your Sunday. Try to have a good week. As many people have said, just maybe try to keep yourself distracted and practice some self-care. It's gonna be a rough one out there. Take your Squirtle luck with you and just take care of yourselves. And remember that you are clawsome.